Hello beer tubers and welcome to another beer review with me, Peter, the Master of Hobbits. Today we're reviewing a Firestone Walker beer. It's been a while. I think the last one I reviewed was the Sukaba vintage. Was it 16 vintage? Something like that. Very good. Firestone Walker makes some great barrel-aged beer, but it's not been in Denmark for a long time. But apparently we do have a distributor for Firestone Walker, which is One Pint. One Pint is one of the businesses that's tried to get help or spread the word about what they're doing to sell some more beer during this time, because you don't really have the bars and everything to rely on. So they've been doing a lot of sales at their warehouse. And just Michael went down there to see what was for sale, and he got a few different beers there. And he was like, "Well, you can have one of each if you want to try them." And you bought them in like 6-pack, and this was like 6 or 8 crowns a can. It's like a little more than $1 a can. Really, really cheap. But the thing is, they're also close to the date. I mean, it doesn't say an expiration date on this, but it says it was canned last year. Oh, it actually expires this weekend. So it was more than close. It expires on the 9th of May. So yeah, I think they're trying to get rid of some of that. Some of the old stuff with this sale as well. So they were selling it super cheap. But in general, when I've seen products from this company, or the stuff that they import, a lot of the time, especially like if you go to a supermarket or a craft beer store and you see Sierra Pale Ale, often it's like 8-9 months old. It'd be awesome to see them, get it fresher. Just work more on that. Do like the cold store shipping, all this stuff like that breweries are doing right now, or breweries, distributors, importers, whatever are doing right now is awesome. But apparently they are the ones that are responsible for Firestone Walker in Denmark. And One Pint, please start looking into getting stuff like Sukaba or Parabola, those variants, stuff like that. It would be amazing. I mean, that's really stuff you could sell to, the like craft beer web shops and special liquor stores. I don't think they would sell too well in supermarkets. This would, I think, but this will be a fun beer to try. This is quite different from what we usually review here on the channel, but this is Rosalie. This is a rosé inspired fruit beer. I can't remember the last time I bought a beer like this at all, but again, it was really cheap, so hey, let's give it a go. So it's a little tribute and homage to Firestone Walker's heritage of wine as winemakers. So it's a lightly sour fruit beer with, among other grapes, Chardonnay, and also other grapes from the local area, Paso, Robles, around that area is wine country as well. And then they use hibiscus flowers as well to give this lightly pink rosé-like color. It really looks like, a rosé type thing. So, yeah, let's check it out. I mean, as I said, pink-ish color, like yellowy pink, and a nice white, lightly pink head. Yeah, I mean, this is one of the hype breweries back in the day. It's interesting to see, like, they're going quite big. I think they're owned by Duvel Modcat right now, so they're not independent anymore. But, yeah, let's check it out. It's been a while since we tried, like, just a regular release from them. It smells like rosé. It does not smell like beer. It's got like that sweet, grapey smell, like almost like cotton candy or something like that. Wow, it does not smell like beer. If you gave this to me blind, I'd think it would be a sparkling rosé. It smells really refreshing, but it does not smell like beer. And considering the age, it smells perfectly fine. Let's try it. Cheers. That tastes like rosé, sparkling, slightly watery rosé. I mean, it's refreshing. Certainly not the best beer I've had from Firestone Walker, but I'm also not a big rosé drinker. If I drink wine, I want like very robust red wines. I used to be more into white wine back in the day, but very rare I drink wine. But if I'm at out for dinner or at a party, family gathering, whatever, I usually have a glass of red wine, but I prefer like Primitivo or something like that, like the really robust grapes. I also really like Merlot and Cabernet Sauvignon, and I do like wine, but I'm not as fired up about it as I am with beer, even though it can be really nice with a good glass of wine. Actually, I'll say the best pairing for a fantastic steak is not beer, it is red wine. That's just red meat and red wine. It just goes hand in hand. This is fun. It's a bit of fun. It tastes like a rosé. I think this would be immensely popular if they could market it in Denmark a little bit better. Like if One Pint could really, try and sell this in the supermarkets and whatnot, especially to the female crowd. Personally, this is never going to be my favorite beer, but I would rather take this over a macro lager any day of the week because it's definitely much more refreshing and more flavorsome. Lightly tart, not really sour, with that like red grape rosé like flavor. Maybe into like watery strawberry lemonade or something like that. Like it has like something like that, like a strawberry-esque or maybe even raspberry, but like super light, almost like it's watered down, almost like seltzer, but it just doesn't taste fake. So yeah, I think for that crowd, this would be very popular. But for me personally, if I want something really refreshing, I'll go get a craft lager instead. But hey, it's fun. Rating, geez, this is a bit hard. I think Brett, he actually really enjoyed this. He gave it like, I think he gave it a 3.75 on Untappd when he had it. That's like, what, 88? I don't like it as much. I'd go like 3.25, maybe 3.5 on a good day. Like, it's okay. It's not something I would pick up again, I think, but like an 80. It's an okay, it's a fun little beer. Again, if you're a wine drinker, you love rosé, you really dig this. It's a good kind of refreshing, sessionable drink. I could definitely see this at parties, people drinking this stuff. I can see the merit for this product, but not something I myself would go out of my way to get. So, hey, that was fun though. And actually, I have a can of hazy IPA from them. They had they do mostly cans of the stuff I think they import at the moment. At least I've seen at one pint. And it's a can of hazy IPA, but it's almost a year old. So we're going to do an experiment with that one and let it age. So we're going to try a year-old New England IPA and see how it holds up. But yeah, okay, 80. If you want this kind of beer, it'll up your alley. It's not a bad beer at all. No flaws, no nothing. But it's just light, fizzy, refreshing, drinkable. It reminds me of the, think your, regional sized American craft brewery beers, which I guess these guys have become as well, which, I mean, size doesn't always define breweries and how good they are, but I don't think Firestone Walker's, I don't know, I can't also say, I was also a little bit disappointed, like the Blonde Ale I had over in the States, I wasn't, like when I was there in 18, it was everywhere in the Paso, Robles, and San Luis Obispo area. I should try Pivo Pills if they get that over. I've heard that's really good. And I would love to drink some of their classic stuff again, like Velvet Merlin and stuff like that. So hopefully we'll see more of that. That'd be awesome. That'd be fun to revisit. So like I talked about doing classic stuff. Not only doing European classics, but also American ones. So yeah, long review for a beer that isn't that complex, but I had a lot of stuff to talk about. But if you guys had a chance to try Rosalie from Firestone Walker, let me know what you thought of it. As always, remember to comment, subscribe, check out the Facebook fan page, Twitter, and Instagram. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And for 98 crowns, $1.25. This is not that bad. So cheers, and see you guys in another beer review.